season comes to an end. The Oklahoma City Thunder eliminate the Lakers.
We're trying to win a championship, and so you have to be realistic and assess where you're at, and we're not good enough right now.
And now the questions begin.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the next 2 months are for.
I'm still doing recovery. You're probably going to have a rookie that joins the team.
I don't think about what I'm really going to do in the future.
Pushing the limit as much as I could. At this stage of my career, it was something that's been pretty cool.
I don't think this is his last year.
I don't know what the future holds for me, obviously.
710 ESPN LA, John Ireland, Michael Thompson with the call, Lakers radio, as Oklahoma City does what Oklahoma City does, which is beat everyone handily. They swept the Lakers. Lakers were competitive last night. Got to give them credit, had a lead, but the season is over for LA. The season continues for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City and the Knicks are going to sit around for about a month before their next game here. They have so much time because the other series, which we'll get to, Cavs and Pistons, unbelievable. Donovan Mitchell and company yesterday in the second half, second quarter into the second half, 24-0 run. And obviously San Antonio and Minnesota potentially could go 7. But now, welcome to the summer of LeBron, yet again, maybe even more than Giannis, as to what he is going to do. A reminder, the rest of the NBA playoffs on ESPN Radio. Catch postseason action on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Gusto. So what's next for LeBron James and the Lakers? LeBron answered that question last night after his team got eliminated.
If you don't know what the future holds, I guess that means inherently this could be it. Do you allow yourself to kind of those last handshakes, this last press conference?
Last handshakes? No, I don't know. Because I have no idea. I mean, none of us in here know what the future holds. None of us. Nobody has any idea what the future holds, and I don't either. Like I said, I'll take time to recalibrate and look over the season and see what's best for my future. And when I get to that point, everyone will know.
So what is next for LeBron?
Oh, he's going to play another year.
Where?
I would bet that it's going to be with the Lakers.
So much ado about nothing, you think, here? Or will he consider flirting out? I mean, he's truly an unrestricted free agent.
Listen, at the beginning of the season, I didn't see a world that existed where LeBron James would come back with the Lakers. But I also didn't see a world that existed where LeBron James would settle into being the third option on a team. And he did that, and the Lakers took off. All of a sudden, defensively, they weren't as bad. They were able to share the basketball. They got others involved outside of the big three. I just thought that the best version of them was right after the All-Star break when everybody was healthy. Unfortunately for the Lakers, Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic couldn't stay healthy going into the postseason, and that seemingly undermined any chance that they had of being a threat in this second-round series. So it sucks as a Lakers fan. I think it's clear that they can't just run it back and hope to gain ground on the top dogs in the Western Conference. There's going to have to be a dramatic move that's made this offseason. And it's got to be beyond re-signing guys like Rui Hachimura or Marcus Smart. It's got to be something significant, something with one of the big three. We know Luka's locked in, so the question then becomes, which one do you side with? Do you go with the 42-year-old star LeBron James, or do you go with the up-and-coming guy in Austin Reeves? And I think that you're probably going to choose at this point the former and not the latter.
Yeah, I would imagine that he stays in LA and that he does play one more year, simply because I don't know where he'll be able to go that will satisfy all the things he's looking for and the manner in which LA can. He said that he still wants to seek a championship. Well, you can do that with the Lakers. Now, it might not be a perfect set of circumstances, but you can certainly compete for a championship. You're going to be a playoff team likely. He did take an adjusted role this year, and he seemed to relish it, almost like a different challenge for him. And also, he has said many times that the biggest accomplishment of his career is playing alongside his son. He's got his family in LA. He's got his son within the team. He's got his businesses there. And if this is the end, and we are saying goodbye to one of the greatest athletes we will ever see and one of the greatest careers we will ever see, it's only fitting that you do so with one of the most iconic franchises in all of sports. He can't just go anywhere for the farewell tour. It just seems like the Lakers check almost every box.
So I need to be more specific on this so we understand this all. When you both are saying he's going back to the Lakers, your gut feeling would be back to the Lakers. On a specific of what kind of contract, and there's a reason I'm asking this question. straight one-year deal? Because if it's a straight one-year deal, is he announcing the retirement tour before the season? Is it a 1+1, meaning a player or team option?
I think that's what it would be. It'd be
the second one?
It'd be a 1+1.
So then he would not announce the retirement tour before the season. And then if you're the Lakers, are you ready to be in business with LeBron for not only one more year, but 2 more years, and no preemptive strike on what the retirement tour could be?
If you move on from Austin Reeves, you are in the LeBron James business in perpetuity until LeBron James wants to hang him up. And here's the thing: there's a value for the Lakers beyond the product on the court for LeBron James retiring in their uniform. Think about all of the star players that the Lakers have had roll in there. And LeBron, in terms of his overall profile, maybe not what he's done with the franchise, but with his profile and his stature in the game of basketball, it would seem fitting that he would retire with one of the most storied franchises in the history of the game. So with the new ownership group, I think that's something that merits some degree of consideration, especially considering that this dude can still play ball.
Oh, that's no doubt about that part, for sure. Smalls.
I would rather go the route of the former than the latter, because if I'm the Lakers, even though LeBron is still playing at a high level, even though he did take an adjusted role, even though I know that from a leadership standpoint, he's impacted this group a lot. Austin Reeves talked at length last night about how LeBron has been so influential in mentoring him, taking him under his wing. Now they play golf together because LeBron's obsessed with golf, and they golf all the time. We talk about Joel Embiid being infected by the process and the idea that losing is the gateway to success. LeBron James is the example for everyone in that organization of taking care of your body and of longevity and sustained success. And with all that being said, though, if I'm the Lakers, I want to know by the end of next season, if he does come back and we are going to get into this partnership, that it's the end. I want to know exactly what is happening so that not only from a business standpoint, I can do everything I need to do to monetize this, but also to honor you and the way that you deserve. But also at some point, I have to be able to really plan for the future. And I can't do that if there's any gray area around if you're coming back the year after that or not.
So I think we just got to the place of what the potential beef could be with LeBron and the Lakers. As much as it could be money, it's years. If LeBron wants to say, I want optionality. Maybe after next year, I don't feel like it's it. Maybe I feel like 45 is my new number, and I can do this till 4. I'm just making this up.
So fine. I mean, you make it a mutual option. Okay, done.
but then I believe you're risking Luka at some point here. I believe at some point it's then never going to be Luka's team. I don't believe it can be anyone other than LeBron James's team. And if you want it to be Luka's team, then I don't think LeBron could be there more than one more year. I think it's 1 year retirement tour, no option on the second year, and then that's it. If it's multiple years, if you're saying from a business perspective it is in the best interest of the Los Angeles Lakers to have him there as long as possible, then I think there's a Luka part of it.
I hear what you're saying with the Luka part of it. Let's think about the on the court part of it. If you've got to move on from one of the two, meaning LeBron James or Austin Reeves.
It's not even a question.
So who puts you closer to a championship?
Yeah, I obviously move on from Reeves.
Okay, so what are we even talking about?
But you can move on from both.
You're going to move on from both.
There's an option. There's an idea.
Okay, that's
you can do that.
That's something that I hadn't thought about. I mean, that's
Luka with an empty roster may be attractive to them.
That is breaking glass in case of emergency. That is the nuclear option. I have a hard time seeing that happen, but you're right. That is something that you have to talk about. I'm not sure that the Lakers would go down that road.
But then it's Luka's team. Undoubtedly. Pressure's on. I need conference finals.
But here's the thing. In doing that, in freeing up all of that cap space, can you do enough in one offseason to put Luka in position where you feel like the Lakers as a team have closed the gap with OKC and San Antonio?
I believe you possibly could.
Okay.
Close the gap. Not better than, but close the gap.
Right, okay.
Can they be Minnesota? Minnesota's clearly second or third right now. Can they substitute for them? In theory, I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
All right.
Obviously, a lot more on the Lakers, of course, coming up.
Interesting.